Hi all, welcome to WizPal, your favorite channel. We are back with another video filled with fascinating facts that would keep you entertained and absorbed throughout. If you like our videos, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends too. Everyone remembers boring geography lessons from school and how we couldn't just wait for them to be over. However, we did learn a few or maybe a lot of things about the Earth back then. We will reveal shocking facts about strange, peculiar, and unique things found by deep-sea divers. We get so involved in the world we live in that we almost forget that there is an entire world under the ocean too. That world is extremely fascinating as well. It is hair-raising how the world is designed to be full of mysterious things all around us. Just like that, the sea has a vast amount of things that we didn't know it contained. The variety ranges from all the things present during ancient history to strange underwater life. Let's not make you curious any further and dive into the world of seas and oceans. So, here is a list of 10 things that you did not know could be present in the ocean. Number 1. Trucks. We all thought that trucks belonged to the road. Our minds didn't even sink that deep to think that the ocean could have trucks too. One wonders, what are trucks even doing in the ocean? Or how did they get there? In the eyes of a sea diver, it is not unusual for them to stumble upon a truck now and then, since they seem to be present from a time in ancient history as artifacts of the military. We weren't wrong when we said that the sea could amuse you in ways you couldn't even imagine. Number 2. Planes. Planes? We always knew of airplanes, didn't we? Yes, we did. How are planes supposed to be associated with the sea? Oftentimes, terrible accidents occur. It's unfortunate to say that plane crashes have been something that has been accompanying us in the news from historical times. Often we hear depressing news about the plane is missing, or we have heard about a similar tragic incident from our ancestors. So at times plane crashes, and it drowns into the ocean. While we are talking about planes in the sea, it makes us remember the F-4U Corsair plane that crashed into the ocean in Hawaii. This incident took place decades back in 1946. The plane crashed due to fuel shortages and had been in many wars. Number 3. Underwater river. Guessing from the name, it looks like it would be a lovely stream of water under the ocean. Do you know what sea divers claim it to be? It's not an actual river, but creates an illusion of one. A very famous example of this is the Cenote Angelita Cave, which forms an optical illusion due to the constant saltwater's constant transition into freshwater. It looks like the divers are swimming in an underwater river. Wow, how amusing is it to see and experience things that don't exist, but we can feel them? It would be an unreal experience to pinch themselves to make sure they're not in a dream. Number 4. Statues. We thought that statues belonged to museums only, but that doesn't hold for sea divers. The sea divers once found submerged ancient statues, and proof of it is found in Italy, near the city Naples, where the remains of the historic Roman city Baia lie. That must be an incredible sight to endure. Do you agree with us on this? Don't forget to let us know in the comment section down below. Number 5. Computer. Our knowledge limits us to thinking that the computer is a recent invention. What if someone told you that computers existed back in the years as early as the 1900s? A century earlier, computers were termed as Antikythera. They were known to be analog computers which were used for a variety of tasks. The device is believed to be the most ancient forms of a computer which served multiple purposes like predicting astronomical positions, predicting eclipses on the calendar, predicting the position of the eclipses, and various other tasks. This computer can no longer be found in modern times, but it is present at the National Archaeological Museum of Athens. If you ever happen to visit the place, don't forget to take a tour of the museum and tell us more about it too. Number 6. The Ancient City. There is undoubtedly an entire world inside the ocean, so it's no surprise if we believe it contains an entire city. Do you remember studying about the last pharaoh of Egypt, Cleopatra? For those of you who don't know, she ruled over the city in Egypt known as the ancient city of Alexandria. It was noted that the city was perfectly preserved under the sea, until the latest news tells us that it has vanished due to the occurrence of recurrent natural disasters. The city was a secret for almost 1,600 years, until it was discovered again by some sea divers in 1998. The cause of the disappearance seems to be tidal waves and earthquakes. There have been meetings conducted to create the first underwater museum by building tunnels through the city. We hope the idea comes to life because it would be fantastic. Number 7. Sea monsters. Thanks to the modern technologies which allows us to dive and send cameras deep down in the ocean, Don't panic, these sea monsters are not as scary as they sound. They are just nicknamed to be sea monsters, otherwise they're strange-looking sea creatures called blobfish. This fish is just found to live in the deepest parts of the ocean. It's genuinely fascinating that we cannot even imagine the things that sea divers tend to locate at the bottom of the ocean. Number 8. The Emerald Treasure. A man named Miskovich, who was a treasure hunter, happened to commit suicide in 2013. During his treasure hunting mission, he was lucky enough to find 10,000 emeralds off the coast in Florida, During his treasure hunting mission, he was lucky enough to find 10,000 emeralds off the coast of Florida. He thought of it to be his lifetime accomplishment since they were worth approximately $1 billion. This incident alerted the state's federal government, who did not allow him permission to own the jewels permanently. The poor guy couldn't sell them even though he was drowning with debt and his treasures was nothing but useless. He could not take the burden of it all, which ultimately leads him to taking his own life. The case is yet to be settled in court. Number 9. Locomotive Graveyard. In New Jersey, 1985, a locomotive graveyard was discovered under the ocean. Traveling back in time to the 1850s, there is no reason it was dumped in the ocean or even built. However, some historians have to say that it was either because of an accident that drowned in the sea. The locomotive graveyards are all rusty and old, but they would be extraordinarily adventurous and thrilling. Number 10. Alien Saucer. It's been located in the Baltic Sea depths that a rocket-shaped structure shows its presence. Additionally, it was claimed to be an alien saucer. Other studies concluded that they were the remains of World War II. Some scientists have to say that it's neither of those things. They say that they are not human-made or alien-made, but instead they are one of nature's beautiful creations. We hope that you thoroughly enjoyed gathering all this information. If it fascinated you, don't forget to share the information with your family and friends. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you don't mistakenly miss out on any of our new content. Till then, viewers, take care and stay tuned.